Hello guys, welcome to ASP Hero. In this series, we are learning about stock management software, and today's tutorial we are learning about updating supplier and deleting supplier. Let's move on to our layout. Inside tab control, and inside tab control, let's move on to our supplier. Here in my suppliers tab page, I have a group box where enter supplier details is written in text, and inside that group box I have company name field of text box, individual name, contact person, phone, mobile address, email, fax and website. All these are in text boxes. On left side we have labels, and this is our text box. Yes, and we have three buttons: add button, update button and delete button. Okay, and then we have a data grid view here at bottom. Okay, and for buttons we have name, btn supplier add, similarly btn supplier update, similarly btn supplier delete. And for data grid view we have grid view supplier. Okay, after creating this layout, let's see our database table supplier in SQL Management Studio. Here we have a database named Lake LEC, and we have table supplier. Let's see design of supplier. Here we have design of supplier in this way: supplier ID integer, supplier company name, supplier individual name, supplier contact person, supplier address, supplier phone, supplier mobile, supplier fax number, supplier email, supplier website and supplier edit date. Okay, and in supplier ID we have set primary key, and here in column properties, each identity, in drop down of identity specification, each identity must be yes. Instead of no, you must make it yes. Okay, after creating this, just save your table, and let's get back to our coding section. Okay. Now we will update our supplier and delete our supplier. For that, let's double click on our update button. Here, to update our supplier, we have a click event of btn supplier update. Now in this, after clicking update button, this condition will check whether validate supplier will return true or not. If it return true, then we will proceed to update. Let's see its definition. Here in the definition of validate supplier, here we have our return value is boolean type. Yes, and this function also return in boolean value, that is either true or false. Here tb supplier company name dot text is not equals to empty, or tb supplier individual name is not equals to empty. That means any one of them must not be empty, either company or individual. Otherwise, enter either customer name or individual name, message will be displayed and return value will be false. Okay, when we return false, that if condition will not execute. Okay, now return value. Okay, after that, after creating validate supplier, here we have some variables for storing supplier company name, individual name, contact person, address, etc. And then we are using a try catch statement. In try catch statement, we are opening our connection with con.open function, and we have a command here In command we have updated our supplier table, updated this supplier table, and then we will execute our command here. Before that, let's see the where clause also. We will update our supplier table and set supplier company name is supplier company name, supplier individual is supplier individual name, supplier contact person is supplier contact. All these added variables are given here in CMD parameters. Okay, and at last we have where supplier ID equals to selected supplier ID. Supplier ID is equals to selected supplier ID, so that for selected supplier ID we will take value from selected supplier ID, which is filled during the cell click event of our data grid view. Now we will execute our command and close our connection, and again refresh our data grid view with this function, and our message box will be displayed as supplier updated successfully, and we will clear our clear data supplier. For clear data supplier we have clear data supplier, we have definition as follows, that is all text boxes will be empty. Okay, now after that let's check about the click event of this data grid view. Here in click event of data grid view we have a cell click event. Inside cell click event we have these things. When you select the selected supply ID from here, then only you will get selected supply ID. So at first you have to make this event before updating any item. Okay, if e.row index is greater than -1 and e.row index is less than -1, this will help to validate whether correct row are clicked or not. That is, row must not be empty and row must not be greater than required. Okay, now here you can notice selected supplier ID is converted to integer because here we have dot to string function. Okay, grid view supplier dot rows dot e row index means that row which has been clicked. Yes, and cells 0 means first cell, cells 1 means second and third and fourth and so on. Okay, after that let's run it for updation. Okay, it's loading. Login. Here we are in suppliers. Let's edit this. Anita Gautam. We'll edit Anita Gautam, contact person to Ravindra Jadeja. Okay, let's update it. Here you can see a message is displayed, supplier updated successfully, and that person is contact person is changed to Ravindra Jadeja. Okay, let's change our mobile number also. I'll make mobile number to 101010 and let's update it. Here we get the mobile number 101010. Okay, now we will perform the task about delete section. For delete section, let's go to supplier tab and double click on delete button. After clicking double click on delete button, his standard is After deleting, you can see the supplier will be removed from grid view. Okay, now let's see how we can delete our supplier. For that, we are using a try catch statement here. If try at first try will try to execute these statements, and if it does not succeed, then catch statement will show the message. In try catch statement, we will open our connection, and in CMD we will give the code for deleting. We will delete the row from our supplier table where supplier ID is equals to supplier ID. Yes, that supplier ID will be provided from here. Selected supplier ID. The selected supplier ID is coming from the selection of data grid view row, and we will execute this command, and we will close this connection, and again we will refresh our data grid view, and a message with where supplier deleted successfully is shown, and finally text boxes will get clear. In this way we can delete any supplier. Let's run it again. Okay, let's go to suppliers. Here in suppliers, let's delete this fourth number supplier ID. Okay, I am clicking on delete. In this way we can delete our supplier. Supplier deleted successfully message is showing here. Here we have deleted that fourth supplier ID. Okay, in this way we can perform updating and deleting of suppliers in our stock management software. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching guys. Keep on enjoying.